Welcome back to the channel. Let's spill some tea and sip a little drama. Now this one has the internet talking. So let's talk about it. But first, everything in this video is alleged. Let's get into this because at this point, this Cardi B and Tasha K legal battle just keeps getting more expensive. A bankruptcy judge has approved a settlement ordering Tasha K to pay Cardi B another $60,000 after she allegedly violated a court-ordered non-disparagement agreement. According to court documents, Tasha K made public comments about Offset and NFL player Stephon Diggs, both of whom are covered under the court's order protecting Cardi B and her inner circle. Now here's the crazy part. Cardi B's attorneys originally requested more than $110,000 in legal fees for having to bring the issue back before the court. Instead of pushing for the full amount, Cardi agreed to settle for $60,000, as long as Tasha K pays on time. She has to pay $30,000 within 28 days and the remaining $30,000 by December 31, 2026. If she misses those deadlines, the original amount of over $110,000 could immediately become due. And before anybody gets confused, this is completely separate from the $4 million defamation judgment Cardi B won back in 2022. That debt is still very much alive, and the bankruptcy court has already ruled that it cannot simply be wiped away. Court records also show Cardi B's legal team spent over 100 hours reviewing live streams and social media posts to document what they say were more than 25 violations of the order. The judge even sanctioned Tasha K's attorney after court filings reportedly included AI-generated legal citations that didn't actually exist. On top of all that, Cardi B is still pursuing a separate lawsuit against Tasha K's husband, alleging assets and income were moved around in an effort to avoid paying the judgment.
Okay, so I have the actual court documents from the Cardi B versus Tasha K bankruptcy case filed June 30th, 2026, and I need to break this down because there's a lot happening in these pages. So here's the background. Tasha K filed Chapter 11 bankruptcy. As part of her reorganization plan, she agreed to a non-disparagement clause, meaning she was legally prohibited from making negative public statements about Cardi B. The court found she violated that clause multiple times. So the court held her in civil contempt and awarded Cardi B over $110,000 in attorney's fees and costs. Now, these new documents show the parties reached a settlement on the fee amount. Instead of paying the full $110,115.76, Tasha K agreed to pay $60,000, $30,000 within 28 days, and another $30,000 by December 1st. But here's the part you need to pay attention to. If she misses either payment, the full $110,000 snaps back. And there is consent to judgment clause in this order, which means Cardi B can walk into the court and get a final judgment entered against her immediately. No hearing, no argument, done. And it's not just Tasha K on the hook. Her husband signed as a guarantor. Her LLC signed as a guarantor. Stash Media Works signed as a guarantor. That means Cardi B can go after any of them for the full amount. Oh, and Tasha K's bankruptcy attorney separately sanctioned for $2,231 under bankruptcy rule 9011. That's the court saying your attorney filed something improper and they said pay it the same day. Now, before you think this is over, it's not. Cardi B has a whole other separate civil lawsuit still active with fraudulent transfer claims, alter ego claims, and successor liability claims, all fully preserved. The non-disparagement clause is still in effect. One more violation and this starts all over again.
Tasha K keep messing with Cardi B because that's the only way she can pay her back. Because that's the only thing that makes sense to me is that the debt is so big that the only way I can pay you back is by talking about my biggest op, which is you. But what Tasha keep forgetting is the lyrics to the song. I'm pretty and I'm petty as fuck. Cardi is so petty. She don't care if you talk about a shoe she had on. She finna sue you. Why? Because she said keep my name out your mouth. If it's beef, it's beef forever, Tasha. Anytime somebody gets too close to Cardi, you need to just delete them. Actually, I don't know if this is your field anymore. You know, have you ever thought about politics? Talk about Donald and them. Candace Owen. That whole little thing that going on. What about sports? You get what I'm saying? Shannon Sharp is doing what you do now. So maybe you can go and do what he do. Because you can't do what you do no more. Because you can't do it without mentioning Cardi. And every time you mention her, you're going to court. More money.
When she started saying she was gonna sue, I was like, bitch, I don't care. I wipe my fucking ass with cease and desist. Who gives a fuck? You know, you gonna spend your money on this? Go ahead. So when she filed the lawsuit, I was like, well, if it mean that much, because I was pregnant at the time when she filed the lawsuit, and I was high risk. So I was like, well, if it really mean that much, I'll take it down. But then she was like, take it down and apologize. I said, apologize for what? You need to apologize. I'm not apologizing for a motherfucking thing. I'll take this interview down, but I'm not apologizing. So, you know, I had, you know, told my husband what I had talked about, you know, with her lawyers, and he was like, put that shit back up and tell her to go sue. And she did just that. And she put $1.2 million
right
towards that lawsuit.
Right.
All because she didn't like me, because I didn't like her.
And why do you think that you were ultimately not victorious in court?
Man, it was, first of all, I wasn't paying attention to my case. You know, I hired lawyers that were fresh out of college.
I heard your legal team was not great.
No. No. And when if you've never dealt with lawyers before, that was the first time I ever hired a lawyer for anything, right? Because I fucking 35, 36 years old. What the fuck? I don't break the law.
Your first time is always tough.
Yeah. It's kind of like you.
Oh,
so I didn't know. Like it was kind of like, oh, they said, and they were the cheapest too, because you know people wanted it. They heard Cardi B, then they wanted them retainers 50, 60,000. I was like, where the fuck I'm supposed to get that shit from?
Right, which is like nothing compared to how much she ended up spending.
Man, listen, because she had a team.
Yeah,
she had two teams. She had a team in New York and a team in Georgia. So, and it's Cardi B coming. She got an endless amount of money. They billing.
Right.
They billing. That shit, if you see the records that they got they got every tweet, every fucking comment that somebody made to the tweet. I said, ooh, when I saw the end result of how much she paid, I said, they the only ones that really won.
Right.
You know? So, yeah, my lawyers was $5,000 retainer.
Really?
Yeah.
5,000? Damn.
I showed up and I introduced them. I said, this is my legal team, bitch, we about to fight.
Were you astonished when you ended up losing?
I was surprised because I was just like, but I really wasn't surprised because the judge had already kept out a lot of stuff because everything that I commented on came out of her mouth. It wasn't like, you know, malicious. It's like, oh, I'm gonna make this shit up about you. You see what I'm saying? I didn't just say, oh, I'm gonna do this, but they found, they played a video. It was after we was like 3 years into litigation, where I just snapped on her because she had, you know, these so-called YouTube investigators coming to my house, going to my daughter's school, asking questions about me, you know, these just random ass people, right? And I'm, you know, just had my baby and I was like, you know what? Fuck you. And I went in and I was like, bitch, that's why your husband, I said, you can go get your body done out as many times as you want. It still don't keep your husband at the house. He is outside. You too busy over here watching me, and you need to be watching him. You know what I'm saying? Like, I went the fuck in. I dragged everything. I was like, you can have as much plastic surgery as you want. He don't want it. And that's what you're mad about. You're mad about that I won't stop reporting on him and his escapades. And you are a fucking celebrity. And frankly, the things that you say about people, especially black women, calling black women roaches. So when she started...
Tasha K, at this point, I need you to just forget that Cardi B existed. Forget that you know who she is. If somebody say her name, be like, who? In fact, get dementia. Just don't mention Cardi B's name. It don't work for you. It costs you money. You would have thought you would have learned when the first time things started happening. Don't bring it up. Don't talk about it. Don't bring up a lawsuit. Don't explain yourself. Don't if it has Cardi B in it, let it go and let it ride. Don't do it. Do not do it. Because the girl is basically telling you every time you mention her name, every time you cross that line, she gonna need that money up off of you. Come on now. Stop bringing up Cardi B. Like, I just seen an article. Now, I don't know if it's true or not. But if it's true, if you owe this girl an additional $60,000 on top of what you still owe her, at that point, I would just be like, my name been it and I ain't in it. I don't know. Just stop. Just stop. You would think you would learn, girl. You would think you would learn. But Cardi B's gonna make a believer out of you every single time. Somebody better get it because she out here looking fine. I'm sorry. I love Cardi B. Tasha K. Come on. Let's get with the program, baby. So let's get with the program. Please and please. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Now let me give my opinion. At some point, you have to ask yourself if the content is worth the cost. If every time you mention one person it ends with another court hearing, another legal bill, or another payment, maybe it's time to leave that chapter alone. Whether you agree with Cardi or not, court orders are court orders, and ignoring them clearly isn't making this situation any cheaper. What do y'all think? Should Tasha K stop talking about Cardi B altogether, or do you think this legal battle has gone on long enough? Sound off in the comments, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and I'll see y'all in the next one.
I said, please stop posting stuff like this. I said, I'm gonna pay you. I just can't afford the $4 million. I don't have it. I know I look like I got it, but I don't have it. And your lawyers can dig and dig and dig and dig until they dig through the earth's crust. Please, we welcome that. But please know that is not on me. That's not on my expense. I don't pay for that. You do. And I don't know if they told you that. Okay? And I also said too many kids love you to be reading stuff like this that you posting. Believe it or not, I said, Cardi, I love you.